Pat Caddell. Pat Caddell, name blast from the past. Unless you regularly watch Fox News, most people don't remember who Pat Caddell is. He was the Democratic pollster who basically helped run Jimmy Carter's 1976 successful bid to be president, to beat Jerry Ford. And Pat Caddell, since then, has become a Fox News contributor. He's a Democratic consultant. And he was on Fox News, and he said, I blame the donors for allowing themselves to be played by marks. He says the Republicans are basically, he's basically saying what I've been saying. The Republican Party is made up of two kinds of people, rich people and suckers. He says, I blame the donors who allow themselves to be played for marks. I blame the people in the grassroots for allowing themselves to be played for suckers. It's time to stop being marks. It's time to stop being suckers. It's time for you people to get real. And then, the article goes on. This is Pat Caddell, unloading on this stuff. And he's speaking to a group of, this is at CPAC, right? He's speaking to a group of Republicans. He says, when you have the chief of staff of the Republican National Committee and the political director of the Romney campaign and their two companies get $150 million at the end of the campaign. Now, keep in mind, they ran a losing campaign. This is the chief of staff for the RNC and the political director for the Romney campaign. Their two companies got $150 million at the end of the campaign. Okay, he says, when you have the chief of staff of the Republican National Committee, the political director of the Romney campaign, and their two companies get $150 million at the end of the campaign for the fantastic Get Out the Vote program, some of this borders on RICO, the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. Caddell said, it is all self-dealing going on. I think it works on the RICO thing. They're in the business of lining their pockets. The Republican Party, Pat Caddell said to a group of Republicans, is in the grips of what I call the CLEC, the Consultant Lobbyist Establishment Complex, CLEC. He said, just follow the money. It's all there in the... There's money passing under the table on both parties. Don't kid yourself. If you can't see racketeering in front of you, God save you. How the Republican Party is engaging in racketeering, fraud, and other crimes. Laura Stevens from weaponizednews.com. I allege that the Republican Party, state, national, county, and other affiliated organizations is engaged in fraud, mail fraud, immigration law violations, possible bribery, and other crimes as defined under federal racketeering law. 18 U.S. Code Chapter 96, Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations. Enterprise includes any individual, partnership, corporation, association, political parties or corporations, or other legal entity, or any union or group of individuals associated in fact, although not a legal entity. And pattern of racketeering activity requires at least two acts of racketeering activity, one of which occurred after the effective date of this chapter, and the last of which occurred within 10 years, excluding any period of imprisonment after the commission of a prior act of racketeering activity. And Lauren writes, the Republican Party and its affiliates, party nominees, and taxpayer-paid and partly funded representatives are engaging in an ongoing pattern of fraud and deceit against the American people. But then, Lauren goes off and says, their fraud is, they're not going hard right enough. Oh, man. What do we do with this?